There's been 141 signings in the SPL this season. Let's try break it down. There has mainly been 4 big teams in the market. Al Nassr, Al Hilal, Al Etihad and Al Ahly. I probably butchered that.
That's how stupid you are.
There is one additional club who's been doing more business in recent weeks.
Ana El Etifaki.
But let's break down each club and all their big money signings and how much all this costs. So let's have a look at all the club's business in the transfer windows. Ronaldo joined Al Nassr on January the 1st, 2023 after leaving Manchester United by mutual consent. He said he was eager to experience a new league in a different country and to inspire a future generation, and he has done exactly that. As the likes of Fofana, Brozovic and Alex Telles have joined the ranks, costing them around 50 million euros. However, they are linked to a move for Bayern winger Sadio Mane. I would probably rank them last, but I feel others have strengthened with more established players.
We must have
They do have one of the best players of all time and good players such as Talisca. This isn't me saying these are bad transfers, but I feel others have strengthened with more established players. However, they only spent 50 mil, so I'll give them a 6 out of 10. Next, I'm going for Al Hilal, because they have spent way too much money, spending 178 million. They didn't even need to spend this money. They could have got players for a lot cheaper. They did not have to spend 60 mil on Malcolm or 55 on Ruben Neves. They could have negotiated to get cheaper prices. Ruben Neves had 1 year left on his contract. They did not have to spend 55 million. They could have got him for around 30 million. Also spending 40 million on Milinkovic Savic and an extra 23 million on Koulibaly, who just had an awful season at Chelsea. But these are good players, but they did not have to spend as much as they did on these transfers. Also, I forgot about this. Al Hilal have offered Mbappe 604 million for 1 year at the club. And if you want to do the math, that is 22 euros a second. They were also willing to pay 300 million for the Frenchman. Bearing in mind, this is for a man who's got 1 year left on his contract and he'd only be spending a year at the club. Just insane. Well, it does look like Mbappe isn't going to go to Al Hilal, but still the principle of it, they can just spend whatever they want. The money is not the issue, just trying to attract the players to come, but the money will do that. Al Hilal have signed some really good players, so I'm going to give them 7 out of 10 because the money they're spending is insane. For second place, I'm going to have to go with Al Etihad. I mean, they've just signed the Ballon d'Or winner, Karim Benzema. I mean, how can I not put them second? I mean, we've also signed N'Golo Kante and Jota, really exciting youngish player. They've only spent 29 million as well, spending money on Jota, but I mean, I know the fees for the wages is going to be extortionate, but they were 29 million to get Benzema and Kante on a free. That's pretty good business. I will give them an 8 out of 10. And first, I'm going to put Al Ahly. I absolutely love some of the transfers they have made. That front three for about 60 million is a joke. Riyad Mahrez is one of the best players that the Premier has ever seen. And Roberto Firmino, a player who scored so many vital goals for Liverpool over the years. Plus, Alan Saint-Maximin, and on his day, he is absolutely unbelievable. And he has a Gucci headband, so. And they added Edouard Mendy for 80 million into their ranks as well. But seriously, this is just an exciting team. I mean, 3 out of the 4 players have all won the Champions League. There's some top quality players, and this club excites me the most. I mean, don't get me wrong, Edouard Mendy can be shaky sometimes, but all these players have shown they are top quality. For about 80 million, this is a dub. I'm going to rate their transfer window 9 out of 10, the best of the lot. However, this is where it's going to get ugly, because this is where we're going to look at how much it costs them per year. So to kick it off, we're going to start with Al Hilal. Are roughly going to spend 290 million this season. Al Etihad 122 million, Al Ahly 179 million, and finally Al Nassr with 219 million. So annually it will cost them around 740 million. But let's compare. Premier League clubs spent a whopping 1.2 billion on players this season, and this is even before we start to include wages. So it makes you wonder why people like Gary Neville are asking for transfer bans to Saudi Arabia. I just don't get it. I think there should be excitement around the Saudi Pro League. They want to be part of the top 10 leagues by 2023. And I think the question we should be asking is, how far can this go? And honestly, I can't tell you. But in my opinion, I think it will become a common theme in the footballing calendar. But only time will tell. But it does mean we get more football to watch, so I ain't complaining.